Today we are here to resolve doubts why the cryptocurrency of Toncoin is rising and has risen phenomenally since beginning of September. So as we delve into the world of Toncoin, we will uncover its significance as the native cryptocurrency powering the open network blockchain is Toncoin, and we'll discover what is it used to and why right now there is so hype around this. So at first, let's jump to our first slide of presentation. So at the core of our discussion, we'll talk about the open network. So open network of layer 1 blockchain of Toncoin allows its users to send the tokens from user to user, from business to business, from contractor to contractor, and everything between the entities. But there is one obstacle. There is still some of the entities that are unallowed to send the tokens through Telegram blockchain, as unfortunately they are not entitled to use it as of the national type of regulations. So there are still some of the countries that are against the Toncoin, and among them there is a United States and also some totalitarian countries that very oftenly just forbid the open type of solutions, well, open network and open source type of solutions. So among them there's Iran, North Korea, and some others. So compliance with local regulations is something that need to be placed on business. Some countries don't permit cryptocurrency payments at all, and we need to respect that. But especially with those regulations that are coming, it's better to have some regulatory compliant type of restrictions rather than revolve around the I would say the wide west, where those regulators will eventually step in and crack down everything, right? So the platform is yet to initiate its know your business. It's a analog to a know your customer type of procedures. Anyway, even though there are some entities that are unallowing Telegram sending coins among users cross-borderly, there is still a much hype around it, and within the countries that it's allowed, it's absolutely crashing. Right now, the Telegram and wallet app that it's using is not the one feature why it gaining this ecosystem is gaining traction. Just look at this. Megadice solution is one of the kind of a revolutionary type of a way to gamble on decentralized app without any third parties, without those that are taking a large commissions for using the solutions. So Megadice gives the user to power to gamble on a blockchain. So it's not something that may eventually lead to maybe a absolutely gigantic type of a adoption, but it gives us a hope that the protocol will gain in profitability upon a way. So Megadice is right now gaining over 2,000 members in its Telegram group. There is also sports booking. So there are some things we definitely cannot really skip in terms of its usability type of a approach. So the online gambling industry right now, we do know that is taking very important steps forward, as this decentralized app are fueling type of a evolution, and Megadice might be the one that will push the interest on of the protocol even forward. So that was Megadice, and right now we need to talk about the another aspect that's explaining why the Toncoin has risen. It's a non-custodial wallet that's to be introduced in Q3. And following the quotation that markets are very often buying the rumor, selling the fact, we are right now in this current period where we are expecting this wallet, this solution to get introduced, and it's not maybe very ingenious, not maybe very one that's breaking grounds of cryptocurrency at all, but it's a different, very important step toward toward further decentralization. So it's something that may spark a further adoption, especially as we are all talking about having this more decentralized structure than we are right now dealing with. And this step is definitely the one that may push further adoption. All right, so it was about the things that we are waiting for. And right now, what's about the Toncoin price? So in order to examine whether the Toncoin is the cryptocurrency that's worth buying right now, we need to go through the sentiment aspects. So right now we are dealing with 50 points on sentiment on Toncoin, and right now it's market sentiment looks like has been reset with latest drop. So after every single hype period, when it's on green, we are interchangeably go through the a little bit plateau in interest. So right now we are in this yellowish type of a cycle of growth, and afterwards we may expect then another leg forward. But this overall sentiment on a crypto, overall good sentiment on crypto will be somewhat helpful. So I would stick to this and observe the longer and broader horizon than just the tons hype around this solely one cryptocurrency. So that's about sentiment, and right now we can find that the one headwind that I find the biggest one is that there is a absolutely gigantic amount of investors that are out of the money right now. So those are the investors that were buying the cryptocurrency back in the previous hype, and that's what makes us to find that when all of those buyers have bought at the higher price that we are sitting right now, they will be more willing to sell when the break-even of the price will eventually rise or eventually set up. So right now, as we are below the out of the money levels, we need to still smash through this wall, and the best time to invest will be when this amount of the in the money investors will start to literally outweigh at least a bit those out of the money that we are right now sitting above the current price. Out of the money investors were buying the Toncoin right when it was in the first half of 2023, and those valuations were reaching over $2. When we just look at the distribution of holders, we can find that the small investors are on the rise, but still those larger buyers need to catch up. However, there is a very positive metrics that right now is pointing that balance of buy holdings of those that are possessing more than 1 million of a ton and reaching up to 10 million back in November of 2022 has skyrocketed, and it's not really escaped the ship, the cryptocurrency ship, and it means that this level, this interest of these large buyers will be defended in price. If we just have a look at the current market behavior, we may find that those buyers that were buying on November, the large holders, were the one that were buying the Toncoin between 1.3 and around 1.7. So this will be the price that will be defended, even though we have gone through a real flash crash on a ton. Many of those holders are still sitting on its bags, and that's what we can find right here, right? So it, despite the sell-off, it's the amount of those large buyers haven't really decreased. Also, small investors on social media are catching up, and that's also positive for further increasing this size of a snowball of a interest. All right, so we are right now going to macro data, and that's very important as well. We cannot neglect it. Has that's the elements that also affluent the crypto valuation. So in order to find out whether there will be a positive sentiment around Toncoin, it's all depends on the what's going on in the economy mainly. So crypto valuations are the derivative of PMI Purchasing Managers Index, and the Purchasing Managers Index affect the GDP. So when we have a forecast presented by Atlanta Fed on this GDP in the third quarter, that's reaching about 5 to 6 level, it's absolutely very enthusiastic. So it means that there is a high chance that this GDP will be impacted by PMI, and the PMI, as we know, have an impact on crypto valuations to some extent. If we just study this one, United States manufacturing PMI, just look at this. The dip is confluenced with the dip at total market cap of crypto, and the high on United States manufacturing PMI also is somewhat diverged with a crypto total market cap high. So it means you cannot neglect it, and you cannot really skip that macro data before investing into crypto. And right now, the third quarter will be supposedly optimistic for this, as the forecasts by analysts are pointing that that should go up. This indirect influence should be somewhat remarkable. All right, so we are right now going to technicals, and that's the pattern that I called a dinner effect. It's a dumpling pattern in the charting, and if we just get through Ton USDT on the chart, you can find that it's a huge congestion zone. That's where those out of the money investors are sitting, and that will be very difficult to get through without a solid correction. So right now we have just smashed through this 1.80, and unfortunately we have stopped right at the $2 threshold. So that's the level that withholded the growth right now, and we are sitting at the supposedly important support that will be somewhere between 1.65 and 1.75. So that's where I do expect a rebound. If the significant floor will build up right at these levels, I will consider Toncoin as an investment. Otherwise, before the serious nice floor build up, I don't find the solution as an investment right here, especially as those RSI is overstretched right now. So in my best case scenario, I do expect the Toncoin to follow that path of a let me draw it. Of such a zigzag, and right after I do expect another follow of the path, especially as the development team will deliver new solutions. Right now we are jumping to final thoughts, and for this one, the TON will thrive but regulators. So it's all about the regulatory type of outcome. We don't know. That's a very difficult year for crypto in terms of regulations. So if those regulators won't clamp down on the crypto industry, that everything should work fine. And also there is a need of justifying the Telegram coin high market cap by a new introductive type of a innovation. So let me know in the comment section whether you are interested in Toncoin and what's your buy level, whether you will find it as a long-term investment or just a temporary speculation. So that's it in today's episode. Thank you very much for sticking around, and we are seeing each other tomorrow.